They're still there. Oh, sorry. You know if there's any food in the...
I have food if you need some.
Yes, please.
What
I'm
I
low on
have,
everything. Low food, low fuel. And they're also still no gauntlet outside.
Yeah, they're gonna be looking for confirmation that she's dead.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't... I don't know. I don't know.
Is that a safe?
I'm
Yes.
Okay.
Rhodes knows who your prime suspect is.
Yes, he is very well aware.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to check because I know you're in Dark's relationship with him or ex-relationship.
Mm-hmm. Despite that, I've tried my... I mean, I had information to a degree, which I will ensure is put in the report. But I've tried to distance myself as much as possible because it's going to be a from, like, you know, if this were to go to court, in the eyes of the judges, it's probably not going to be looked very well if I were, say, the one who processed evidence or you know, took statements. I was going to be until something was brought up that, like, I was going to be the one collecting evidence while Dallas was taking statements while Pins was on the freeway. And when I found out that tiny piece of additional information and everything started to click, I was like, okay, no, I really shouldn't.
Yeah, you don't want them to push the conflict of interest angle.
Well, it's a two-part thing. They either they argue, you know, I did stuff to their benefit, which unlikely, but more importantly, they could argue we had a falling out in our relationship, and this was my attempt to get back at the, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to deal with it at all.
Yeah, I can see them using either angle. No point putting yourself in the crosshair when you can avoid it.
Pretty much. Sky, now that I think about it, you're not wrong, because when this happened, what situation was it? It was definitely an ADMC situation. Even just McQuillan's situation regarding whatever happened at that fair or whatever. Like,
She's talking to Doc about that.
They consistently had oh my god, do you remember when Coyote was in shift 3 that one time? And he started calling out that he was being followed by blue gauntlets, and we had a bunch of units, and it was the equivalent of a 78 call, because we knew exactly what would happen in the event where any officer were to be, you know, caught out on their own with them. And even prior to that, I think I think officers had been shot at police stations, and they made no effort, zero effort to, like, hide. They were always out in the open. Yeah. And so I'm not surprised that when I drove out in, well, it's Sean's car, but the one that Etta was driving, I'm pretty sure it was Sean standing outside of a gauntlet, probably registered to him, on the phone. I came back, I didn't see a single car. I left in my car, went to go drop Etta off, made sure no one was around. I come back, there's a gauntlet that's just stopped on the bridge, and as I approach Mission Row, they drive into opposing lanes onto the sidewalk to get a view of me entering. So I'm not surprised. I'm surprised I forgot about that, but they're giving, like, BBMC behavior with not giving a fuck at the moment.
I was just telling Doc, a lot of them were BBMC.
Mm-hmm. But I will ensure that my statement regarding uh, my interaction with McQuillan and the individual dressed in all black with a motorcycle helmet is put in because I think that ties in heavily into attempting to identify. I mean, still circumstantial in the grand scheme of things, but like
Yeah.
it's something rather than nothing.
I think we're gonna run into the issue of we're gonna know, right? Logically, we
We
know
won't be
who
able to
did
prove it
it,
until we get
but
that gun.
proving it in court, we're not gonna be able to until we have the weapon caught on him, basically.
I think one of two things happens. I think one of them is dumb enough, and when I say dumb enough, I mean Flop likely holds on to that gun, if not Flop,
It's a
McQuillan.
trophy.
Exactly. And and for the exact same reason they're still out there, they're gonna want to claim that. For the same reason McQuillan had that gun when I made that arrest that one time, I bet either him or Flop will do the exact same thing.
So when this happened in the past with Flop trying to join BBMC, did he in the end volunteer any information as to his involvement, or was
Flop
it
didn't
just
ever wanted to join BBMC. Um, I don't know if he gave ADMC information while he was an officer. He was a pretty upstanding officer while he was with us, to be honest. Um,
His husband, Ziggy, has been a member of ADMC. Um,
yeah, for a long time.
Now, in saying that, do I think Flop would leak information? No, and I think that was shown by Flop leaving the police department because trust me when I say an officer is far more valuable. Uh, Being on our roster, being able to obtain information, um, than quitting and forfeiting all of that information, right?
Yeah, I know that all too well.
Um, yeah, that's my stance at least.
So is Flop generally deep shift free? It's called sort of times he's around.
He was like two into
Shift
three.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like
2
the
and 3,
later
right?
half of shift 2 into the first half of shift 3.
Okay, I'll try and make sure then if I do pop about during that time, I'll try keep an eye out for him. See if we can get any excuse to raid his property.
His civilian firearms have been a point of interest. But I think Maple tried to subpoena his bank records possibly and was denied by the judge. Um, and unfortunately, we haven't caught anybody else with his firearms or anything like that to warrant a full blown like search warrant.
Yeah, I'm seeing that on his profile at the moment. Um, and he hasn't actually got his firearms license anymore. So
No, we took that when he was arrested
yeah,
the first time.
so unfortunately, that's not a route we can go down by.
Sky, did you take a photo of the twats? If not, I just did just in case, and all the
Um,
retweets.
I think they're all in the
Are
report.
there? Okay, all right.
Yeah, Penzone and Jimmy were both taking pictures as they went out.
All right, perfect.
I'm be
So
honest, I think my main point of attack is just going to be like ADMC in general. If they get identified, they get no leniency. Um, and then avoiding Milton's mods at all costs.
So, something I would suggest if this is gonna be the start of Flop doing a lot of criminal stuff, um, just build a pattern of him having illegal weapons and use that as a reason to raid his property.
if he gets caught with X amount of weapons within X
Yeah.
amount of time. Yeah.
That's
It's going to
gonna
be hard
look.
because he does not get caught very often.
Yeah, but if he's gonna become a more prominent criminal now, it is possible he'd be caught more often than in the past.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in a cut soon.
Yeah, actually, you're not wrong. That honestly, that's probably going to be the biggest tell of this whole situation. Because based on what you told me before, I'm 100% in agreement with that. Yep.
Same thing happened with TJ. It's just history repeating itself.
You try and get a picture of him in the cut, especially if it's in the next like 24, 36 hours. It helped to build up the case that he was involved, and that it was his initiation.
I mean, listen, the first thing I pull up, which is I'm looking for a serial on a gun on his profile. The start of this month on the 2nd, he got arrested alongside Nana Banana. Very likely the same person driving the fucking hearse.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going 42. Like I said, I'll ensure that my statement is put up, and hopefully we get him.
I hope so.
I hope. Look, I know sometimes we offer plea deals,
Not for this.
but exactly. I don't care if it's a hot gun that they could have thrown out. If they want to use it as a trophy, they need to claim the consequences of that fucking trophy.
Absolutely.
They can't sit there and be like, well, we wanted to throw it in your face. Well, then there needs to be zero leniency. And I hope, when the case is pushed, if it's pushed, that is one of the primary focus of, the what we're trying to show the judge essentially is like, they know they did this. They've got a history of doing this. We can't sit here and give them a slap on the wrist because they knew full well what they were doing. That's my hope.
Absolutely. I mean, the twat after from Flop. It's almost like he's trying to like it. It's like.
I'm sorry. I still can't get over the fact that he didn't say a fucking word to me and all he did was wave. He waved from the passenger seat of the fucking car.
He didn't want you to know, but his mistake was the fact that he changed out of that outfit right in front of me. I mean, he had a beard, right? And I questioned it. I was like, "What? No shade November or anything?" But like, come on, it's his same fucking mechanic outfit that he's been wearing for a long time, just with a beard. It's Flop.
All right. I'm going 42. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's anything you need, please let me know.
Yeah. Well.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
You take care, Rhodes.
I just realized I have to park my car. I just realized the stairs are over here because it's in the garage. All right.
And it's like I keep reading my announcement about her over and over.
Always the cook days that end up being the ones with the most repeat. Why does it? Why is it always like days where I've had zero sleep? You know. I think almost every big case we've ever taken has been me delving into shift 2, for example, or me just had like a subathon of like just no sleep or anything. I don't know. Every time. Is Sun live? If she's live, absolutely. I will send you all off to her. There we go. All right, chat. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for everything. Y'all know the deal. Join the Discord, discord.gg/curvyelephant. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/curvyelephant, or x.com/curvyelephant. And drop me a follow on Twitch if you enjoyed the stream. It was a short stream today. I'm sorry. Again, I have not slept in over 24 hours, so I'm going to go do that now in an attempt to reset the schedule. If I can't fall asleep for whatever reason, chat, and y'all see me on WoW on someone else's stream, that ain't me. Couldn't be me. And if I die off stream, definitely not me.